It's Grants me from SEK and Stephen. Our title is Mosquito Stick. Now we go to the statement of problem. Malaria have been a killer disease for many years. The killing and control of mosquito is very expensive. People from marginalized areas have been unable to purchase commercial drugs used to control the spread of malaria. Because of this, we have decided to come with a cheaper and effective way of controlling the spread of malaria. And these marginalized areas and rural areas include Turkana, West Pokot, Baringo, and some western parts of Kenya. Now, mosquitoes have been making people die, and this we have decided to come and reduce the number of deaths recorded annually.
Welcome to the 59th edition Kenya Science and Engineering Fair, category Physics, titled English Detector. Presenters are Aziz Shalim and
David Spook.
From SK St. Stephen's Namanda, Kiminini constituency. Let's talk about the statement of the problem.
Most offices have faced conjunction and orderliness due to lack of efficiency. This is caused by those visitors who are not being attended on time. The project aim is to reduce time wastage and create order by notifying the boss. Thus, the visitors attend on time.
Let's talk about the objectives. To come up with an English detector that will enhance reliability and efficiency in the offices. To determine the waiting time of an English detector of a visitor using an English detector.
Let's talk about research methodology. Insulating tape, ammeter, a multimeter, connecting wire, a fuse, a chair, dry cell of different color, stopwatch. Then let's talk about procedure 1. So connect the circuit as shown below. Fix the aluminium spring under the chair. Insulate the circuit on aluminium. Then connect the circuit on aluminium spring. And then install the chair in the offices. Let's talk about procedure 2. Determine the waiting time using a stopwatch. So then our variable is compressing force and the length of spring. When compressing force is high, the length of a spring will reduce and will reduce vice versa. So this one is a graph showing the compressing force against the length of a spring.
This is the data analysis. It shows the increase force causes the reduction of the length of a spring as shown here. This is the number of guests and the time the guests take to be served in an office. Let's talk about the discussion of the results. When a circuit is connected and fixed in a spring of a chair, it forms a complete set of an INGES detector. An INGES detector is installed in offices to enhance efficiency and reliability. When one sits on a chair, the force he or she exerts compresses back. This causes the bulb to light, thus alerting the office that there is a cliency who is needed to be attended to. The cliency will take the shortest time because he or she can be easily detected. It forms a complete set of an INGES detector. An INGES detector is installed in offices to enhance efficiency and reliability. When one sits on a chair, the force he or she exerts compresses back, thus completing the circuit. This causes the bulb to light, thus alerting the office that there is a client who is needed to be attended to. The client should take a shortest time because he or she can be easily detected. Let's talk about the conclusion. From the data analysis, it was concluded that an INGES detector will enhance efficiency and reliability in offices if installed. Let's talk about the recommendation. The spring that was used had a low spring constant, therefore it deforms when large force is applied. Therefore, we recommended that a spring with high constant should be applied so that the system will not break down when large force is applied.
So let's talk about acknowledgement. Our sincere gratitude goes to our dearest principal, Asavuli, for his financial support by assisting us to some funds that have been provided to acquire the required material about the chair. So we also thank our science department for giving us ample time to do research about our project, not forgetting our physics teacher, Mr. Skuku, for also giving us idea about our project. We also thank our school patron for referring for us for various ways, for guiding us on how to perfect on our project and to come up with the right up.
Welcome to Kenya Science and Engineering. Presenters are Will Baraka, from SEK St. Stephen's Namanda, Kiminini constituency. Category Biology and Biotechnology. Title: Mosquito Stick. Statement of problem. Malaria have been a killer disease for many years. It kills above 1,000 children and adults in Kenya annually, and approximately of 100,000 people in the world. Due to this, we decided to come up with an approximate and effective way which can be used to control the spread of malaria. People from marginalized areas have been unable to purchase commercial drugs. These marginalized areas are such as Turkana, Baringo, and some western part of Kenya. Objective: to prepare a cheap mosquito stick from cowdan and black duck seeds. To determine the effectiveness of mosquito stick in controlling the spread of malaria from one person to another and reduce the mortality rate.
So under the requirements, apparatus, a mortar and a pistol, source of heat, 15 metallic lead of 1 milliliter thickness, a stopwatch, a 250 ml beaker, a 50 ml measuring cylinder, 500 grams of cow dung, 250 grams of black duck seed, 100 grams of Mexican marigold flour, 50 cubic centimeters of euphobia meal, 250 ml of ethanol. Then so procedure, we roast a 250 black duck seed and 100 grams of Mexican marigold into sausage pan for 20 minutes. Then crush them into powder to make the paste. Then add ethanol to the paste to make the paste. Then 50 cubic centimeters of euphobia meal is added to make the paste thick. Then divide the paste into 50 portions to make the mosquito stick. Roll the paste into metallic rod and place them to sun to dry. After completely dry, remove the metallic rod and ignite the mosquito stick using a matchstick.
Produce a smoke which have a characteristic smell and drives away mosquitoes. As you see, it produces this smoke continuously and it takes 4 hours to power.
So the smoke contains a pyrethrin chemical which acts as a repellent that drives away the mosquito. Some other mosquitoes are killed due to the characteristic smell that produced by the smoke.
Under conclusion, the purpose of our project was to prepare a cheap mosquito stick. And on analyzing data, we found that mosquito stick can prepare from local available materials and it can drive away mosquito. Recommendation: a pollutant concentration produced by one mosquito stick was not established. Thus, we recommend that more research should be done by Kenya Research Institution so that to determine the pollutant concentration produced by one mosquito stick. When this will done, it will reduce a risk of health produced by the smoke, and this will make the reduce of malaria by 50% in affected areas. Acknowledgement: we want to acknowledge our principal to support us in finance.
We also like to acknowledge our patron Moses Kuku, who helped us to assemble our project and getting us to come up with the writer. We also like to appreciate our physics teacher Mrs. Moses Kuku, who helped us to acquire more information on mosquito stick. We also like to acknowledge our principal Mr. Hasabuli for giving us financial, which enabled us to acquire the materials for the project, and in his continued support throughout the process. Thank our lab technicians, Mrs. Nyongeza, for giving us apparatus and guiding us during voluntary preparation of the mosquito stick.
Welcome to our 59th edition, Kenya Science and Engineering Fair. Category: Biology and Biotechnology. Title: Youth Function. The presenters are and Isaac Wafola from SEK St. Stephen's Namana, Kiminini constituency. Under the statement of the problem:
most children in rural areas suffering from fungal disease and parasites such as ringworm, blemishes, and spot. This problem is dominant in most parts of the country. This is because most people cannot afford commercial prepared fungicide such as Candesta. This project looks into producing an alternative fungicide that can be used to treat those diseases, thus improving the health of children. This is because it is cheap and material are locally available.
Objective: to compare the efficacy of youth fungicide with other commercially prepared drugs. Another one is how to prepare an alternative fungicide from egg yolk, pawpaw leaves, and eucalyptus leaves. Requirements.
We have 1 egg, 50 grams of eucalyptus, 50 grams of propolis, a sufuria, a thermometer, 50 grams of solid jelly, a mortar and a pestle, a source of heat. Procedure.
Crush the eucalyptus leaves in a mortar using a pestle into powder form. Then you crush the purple leaves in a mortar using a pestle into a fine paste. You boil 6 eggs for 10 minutes. Obtain the egg yolk from the boiled egg and dry them on the sun. Crush the boiled egg yolk until it forms a powder. Mix the 3 mixtures. Observation. A brown-yellow solid substance is formed. The final product obtained is yolk fungicide and ready to be used. Should be stored in a cool, dry place to increase its lifespan. Discussion of the result. The egg yolk has high content of zinc and proteins that promotes healing of dermal infections. It's also needed in the improvement of immunity system. Also, the egg yolk, the zinc is used in cell division, creation of new cells. The eucalyptus leaves has 5 to 10% of mineral water, flavonic, resin, and tannin. Also the eucalyptus signol. These components, they promote healing of the skin diseases. They eliminate the freckles, spots, and blemishes caused by the fungal diseases. The eucalyptus leaves, it has the purple leaves, it has the capain, which promotes the healing of dermal infections, eliminates the mycotoxins resulting from metabolites from the skin. Also, it is used as a skin cleanser.
The conclusion. Alternative fungicide to treat fungal infection. It is also friendly to the environment since it does not pollute the environment. You can made from cheap and local available material, especially in remote area. Yup fungicide can therefore be used as an alternative in the treatment of fungal disease. Thus, yup fungicide increase the lifespan of human being by easily treatment. Recommendation. The shelf time of the product is not yet established. Therefore, we recommended that the scientists and the companies in the field of medicine should do more research on our project and determine the shelf time of the product. This will enhance its efficiency. Also, more research to be done to help those patients who are resistant with yup fungicide to minimize side effects. Acknowledgement. We thank Almighty God for strength. We also acknowledge and appreciate the effort of our biology teacher, Mrs. Kitai, for giving us information on our fungicide.
We also like to thank our primary teacher, Mr. Magoma Jackson, the head teacher of primary school, for allowing us to interact with the pupils and treat them with using fungicide. We also thank our laboratory technician, Ms. Nyongesa, for giving us guidance and apparatus during laboratory preparation of youth fungicide. We also thank our patron, Mr. Sikuku Moses, for assisting us and to assemble our projects and coming up with the write-up. May God bless them abundantly.
Welcome to the 59th edition of Kenya Science and Engineering Fair. Category:
Mathematical science.
Title:
This formula.
The presenters are
Saida Oman
and Caleb Wanyonyi from SK St. Stephen's Namanda Secondary School, Kiminini constituency.
Understatement of problem. Performance in mathematics in the country for the last 3 years have been very poor. More than 50% of students have been scoring below average because of the negative attitude toward mathematics. Due to this, we decided to come up with a simple formula that can be used in computation of volume of a sphere. Many students all over the country find it is hard using 4/3 pi r cube in finding the volume of a sphere and consider it confusing, tedious. This is because they find it difficult to remember the formula 4/3 pi r square and 4/3 pi r cube. This makes the student confuse the two. Thus, our alternative formula will help in reducing problem. Objective: to come up with an alternative formula that can be used to compute volume of a sphere. To evaluate this formula, computing volume of a sphere.
Research methodology: we have our apparatus, 3 sphere models of 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and 6 centimeters respectively. Then we have 3 cubes, models of side 4 centimeters,
5 centimeters and 6 centimeters respectively. Procedure. Put a sphere of diameter 4 centimeter into a cube of side 4 centimeters. Calculate the volume of the cube by applying the formula length cubed and the volume of the sphere by applying the formula 4/3 pi r cubed. Divide the volume of the cube by the volume of the sphere. Repeat the procedure using the sphere of diameter 5 centimeter and a cube 5 centimeter. Observation. A sphere of 4 centimeters fits exactly into a cube of 4 centimeters. Similarly, a sphere of diameter 5 centimeter fits exactly into a cube of side 5 centimeters and the last one of 6. The ratio of volume of the cube to the volume of the sphere is a constant. Under the data, the diameter of sphere 4 centimeters, the cube of length 4 centimeters. When you find the volume of the sphere of 4 centimeters diameter, you get a volume of 33.5147. Then the volume of the cube is 64 centimeters cubed. When you divide the volume of the sphere and the volume of the cube, you get a constant 1.90961. When you do also a volume of sphere of diameter, the volume of a length of a cube, 5 centimeters. When you divide their volumes, it gives you the same constant, 1.0961. The data was summarized using a graph. When you plot a graph of volume of a cube against the volume of a sphere, you get that it gives us a straight line. When you find the gradient of the line, it gives you our constant, which is 1.90961. Calculation and derivation of this formula. Case 1, we used as the length of a cube of 4 centimeters. Then when we find the volume, we get 64. The volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. When you find the volume of the sphere of radius 2 centimeters, you get 33.5147 cubic. Then divide the volume of the cube by the volume of the sphere. When you divide the volume of the cube by the volume of the sphere, you get 1.90961. Under case 2, the volume of a cube is given by length cubed. Our length is 6 centimeters. When you cube 6 centimeters, you get 216. The volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. When you use 4/3 pi r cubed to find a volume of a sphere of radius 3 centimeters, you get 113.112 cubic centimeters. Dividing the volume of the cube by volume of sphere, you get the same constant, 1.90961. Case 3, volume of cubic of a cube of length 8 centimeters. When you cube, you get 512 cubic centimeters. Then when you find the volume of the sphere of radius 4 centimeters, you get 268.1 cubic centimeter. By dividing the volume of the cube and the volume of the sphere, you get the same constant, 1.90961. The ratio is constant. This is called this constant. That is 1.9061. Volume of a cube over the volume of a sphere. But the volume of a cube equals to d cubed, where d is the length. Therefore, 1.90961 equals to d cubed over volume of the sphere, making volume of a sphere the subject of the formula. Volume of the sphere d cubed over 1.90961 cubic unit. This is this formula for finding the volumes of sphere. Workout example. Example 1. Calculate the volume of a sphere whose diameter is 8 cm using this formula. Solution. You just cube 8 cubed over 1.9061. You automatically get the answer 268.11 cubic centimeter. Computation involving volume equals to 4 over 3 pi r cubed and volume equals to d cubed over 1.90961. Example 2. Calculate the volume of a sphere of radius 3 centimeter using the normal formula and the V's formula. When you use the normal formula, you get 113.112 cubic centimeter. Then when you use the V's formula, you get 113.112 cubic centimeter. This formula can be used to compute volume of spheres. From the analysis above, this formula can be used to manipulate the surface area of sphere. This is achieved by using the formula below. The surface area is given by 3 into bracket diameter cubed over 1.90961 multiplied by the radius. Example 1. Calculate the surface area of a sphere whose radius is 5 centimeter using 4 pi r square. The answer is 314.2 squared centimeter. Using 3 into bracket cubed over 1.90961 times the radius. You just cube the diameter over the constant multiplied by the radius into bracket multiplied by 3. You get 314.20, which is correct. Under conclusion,
the purpose of the project was to come up with an alternative formula that can be used to compute the volume of a sphere. From data analysis, found that this formula can be used to find the volume of sphere. The method is simple and easy to use.
recommendation.
It was a challenge to compute the edge of a cube. Therefore, it was recommended that more research should be done to reduce the errors that might result in computation using this formula.
Under the acknowledgement, we would like to acknowledge the Almighty God for giving us life. We also thank our patron, Mr. Sikuku Moses, who helped us to assemble our project and guiding us to come up with the right app. We would also like to appreciate our mathematics teacher, Mr. Odunga, who helped us to acquire more knowledge on volumes of spheres and cubes. We also acknowledge our principal, Mr. Hasavuli, for giving us finances which enabled us to acquire the cubes and spheres for the project and his continuous support throughout the process. May God bless them. We also thank our lab technician, Mrs. Nyongesa, for giving us apparatus during project design.